Today I'm going to be talking about how I lost 12 pounds in 6 weeks.
I've been watching you from afar, long as I can remember. You're all a real man can need, never just for me. This is love. This is more than a crush.
White now, polished 10 toes down. Yeah. Good back at it, shawty, don't look down. Tattoo peeking through the see-through. Yeah. Body green color, see.
Hello beautiful people, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl The Done Elizabeth, and I am welcoming any new people that are new to my channel, and for my old people, hey y'all, welcome back. So today I'm going to be talking about how I lost 12 pounds in 6 weeks. I posted a series of vlogs of me being on a 6-week challenge, and if you have not tuned into those yet, after you finish watching this video, make sure you go check it out. And I'm about to give you guys 4 tips on how I achieved the 12 pounds in 6 weeks. So first things first, y'all, I stuck to my nutrition to the T. The first thing I did was, before I started the challenge, I was loosely tracking. So I might track one day, and then the next day I probably barely track, or I probably track the whole day worth of food, and then at the end of the day I still probably eat some extra stuff, and I wasn't really tracking. So even though I had my calories set to about 1900, on a day that I probably just kind of loosely track, I could have been eating anything anywhere from 2,000 to 2,100 to 2,300. So the quick adjustment with following a set number of calories and macros helped my body easily adjust, and then especially if I consistently stuck with it for 6 weeks straight. Another thing that I did was I didn't restrict myself from certain foods. My favorite thing to eat is Shipley's, y'all. I love a sausage and cheese kolache and a glazed donut, and most days I ate that for breakfast. I wouldn't recommend it, but I know that I didn't want to restrict myself during this 6-week period because I wanted to be able to last the whole way through and not be like super duper craving everything. So on most days, some weeks I went without it, and then some days I probably did maybe only once or twice a week, but on some days I ate a sausage and cheese kolache. I would either just get a sausage and cheese kolache, or I get a sausage and cheese kolache and a donut, but I will also make sure that I tracked it every time that I ate it, and so that way I just knew how to move my numbers around for the rest of the day so that I could still hit my numbers and my macros. A little side note, if you don't know what macronutrients are proteins, fats, and carbohydrates. So the next thing I did was I always gave myself a sweet treat, y'all. I love double stuffed Oreos, and my sister do a party planning business, so when she get Oreos, they come 2 in a pack. So instead of me going to buy a full pack of Oreos, I would just eat a 2-pack of those, like 1 pack of the 2 Oreos in 1 pack, and just call it a day, just so that I can still have a sweet treat. And that's what helped me stick to it as well. Most of my meals stay very, very similar. For breakfast, I was either eating that sausage and cheese kolache and a donut, or I would make maybe an omelet, or I'll probably make like eggs and bacon with maybe some toast. It just kind of varied from different stuff that I ate, and I did post a lot of my what I eat in a day videos on my YouTube channel as well, so make sure y'all go check out that playlist so that y'all can kind of see what I was eating every day. For lunch, very simple. I either ate chicken thighs, maybe a salad, or I was eating for dinner extra lean ground beef with jasmine rice, honey roasted barbecue sauce, probably added some cheese and some eggs. But overall, y'all, my meals stayed consistent, so that way I knew exactly what I needed to eat so that I could hit my numbers. I'm pretty much a consistent person when it comes to my eating. Like, even if I ate over on a day, the meals that I ate during the day still pretty much stay consistent. Extra lean ground beef, boneless chicken thighs, eggs, of course. Like, I like to keep everything consistent, and that will be my one tip. Like, find a breakfast that's high in protein that you know that you could eat every single day, and just stick with it. Like, if it's a day where you like, okay, well, I really want to eat Chick-fil-A today, that's cool, go eat Chick-fil-A. But then the next day, just make sure you have that one consistent breakfast that you know you can make super duper fast, and that you know you can stick to it, so that way you know that it makes sense for your numbers. I've been on my journey for over 5 years, y'all, so I'm learning flexibility. I can go really, really hard, but I like to be mindful and not super duper restrictive so that I don't go off the rails when I'm not super duper restrictive, because I don't want to be like super strict with my diet and super strict, and then when I'm not. So then that way, like, my body is just like getting pulled different ways. I like to stay consistent, so that's why I made sure I kept in my sausage and cheese kolache and my Oreos, y'all. I had to, but other than that, I was still hitting my protein every single day, y'all. But for that 6 weeks, I stuck to my numbers to the T. If I went over, it was probably over like 100 calories, but I stuck to it, y'all. Like, I had to stick to it because I knew that I was going to work out hard every single day. But y'all, if y'all do not know how much you're intaking, you literally are playing Blue's Clues, okay? Like, you really playing a dangerous game. Like, if you have a goal that you're trying to hit, you need to know how much you're intaking. You need to have a set number of calories and a set number of macros that you will be intaking, so that you can know, like, okay, if I eat this much, then I can see how my body adjusts, and then if I need to change anything, you could change anything. So for example, if I have somebody that I've given some macros to and some calories to, if they never stick to the numbers, I can't adjust or say like, okay, maybe let's try this, because you have to stick to the numbers to see how your body adjusts. So by me taking my calories from 1900, I took it down to 1700. I instantly saw within the first week I dropped 5 pounds. So I was like, okay, this number works for me. I'm not starving. I'm not super duper hungry. I can eat a lot. I had my carbs high, y'all. I had my carbs at like 190 grams because I knew that I was going to be exercising a lot. And if you do need help on tracking your macros, make sure you click the training link down below, because I will help you calculate your macros so that you can be on the road to success. But I kept my carbs super duper high, and I kept my protein high, so that way I knew that I would be satisfied, because I would be exerting a lot of energy over that 6 week period. So we already talked about nutrition, y'all. Nutrition is very, very important, and that's why that's number 1. Number 2, water intake. Y'all, I was making sure that I was drinking almost a gallon of water every single day. Drink your water. Like, you have to drink your water, because our bodies can be holding on to a lot of salt. A body can be holding on to a lot of inflammation, and drinking that water will help your body just flush all of that out. Like, you need to drink your water. Like, you have to be hydrated. I could tell that when I went to the gym sometimes if I wasn't hydrated, because like I would just feel so fatigued. Like, drink your water, add a little salt to it if you need to, get you some electrolytes, drink your water, because if you exerting a lot of energy and you sweating a lot, you have to replace that water that you're losing. So that's why I just ease that in now, y'all. Drink your water. Like, people be overlooking like how much water is important when you on your weight loss journey. Drink your water. Like, you will see a big difference with you being hydrated when you go to the gym. You will see a big difference within inflammation by you just drinking your water, especially during the holidays. If you're in the holidays and you drinking a lot, you have to make sure that you're hydrating so that your body can reduce that inflammation. And that was the main key within like those first couple of weeks of me being on the 6 week challenge. Before, y'all, I probably was drinking maybe half a gallon. So then when I started the 6 week challenge and I was drinking like 3/4 of a gallon or a full gallon, like, I instantly saw the water drop like all out of my face. Like, my face was so inflamed from like all the alcohol that I had been drinking in the past. So just seeing all that drop due to like me intaking my water and sticking to my nutrition, y'all, that's the key. Drink your water. All right, number 3, we're gonna talk about exercise. So y'all, at first I was doing 3 full body days a week, but when I started my 6 week challenge, y'all, I was training for 5 days. I mean, I was lifting for 5 days a week. I was doing 3 lower body days and 2 upper body days. And when I say progressive overload was key, so instead of me doing a weight that was super duper easy, I made sure that I challenged myself every single set. Like, if I felt like I could go up a little bit, whether it was 0.5 or maybe 5 pounds up, 10 pounds up, y'all, I was pushing myself so hard to work out hard. As long as my form was correct, if I felt like I could go heavier, y'all, I went heavier every time. You have to learn how to push yourself in the gym, because when you're on your weight loss journey, I always tell people, you want to make sure that you maintain and build muscle along the way. Like, if you can either, you want to make sure that you maintain as much muscle along the way, and you want to also build some muscle while you're losing weight. That can prevent from all the loose skin that you may experience from losing weight way too fast without building and maintaining enough muscle. So when you're in the gym, you have to push yourself past your limits. That's why it's very important to get you a trainer. Like, if you know you can't go in the gym and push yourself, get you a trainer. Like, get you a trainer and just try to focus on pushing yourself harder and harder every single time. I'm used to working out by myself, so I already know how to push myself super duper hard in the gym. Of course, y'all, I could go harder, but I know that, like, if I do a set, like, say for instance, you have a set of 10 squats, right? And so for the first set of 10 squats, you may put like a 45 pounds on each side. If you get through that 10 and you get to like rep number 8 and you're not struggling to get it up, then that means that you can increase your weight. Simple as that. And that is going to be the key. Making sure that you push yourself hard in the gym. But only push yourself harder as far as like going up on the weight if your form is correct. If your form is not correct, focus on that first and then increase, because we want to make sure we prevent all injuries. We don't need nobody getting hurt in the gym. And second, cardio. Y'all, cardio saved my life during this challenge. For the first couple of weeks, y'all, I was only doing maybe 40 minutes of cardio, maybe 2 to 3 days out the week. But for the last 20 days of the challenge, y'all, I was doing 20 minutes on the Stairmaster every single day. And after the challenge was over, y'all, I still be doing my 20 minutes on the Stairmaster. I might not do it every day, but for the most part, I'm doing it at least 5 to 6 days out the week. And you could pick any form of cardio that you want to do that's not necessarily, I don't want to necessarily say easy for you, but a form of cardio that you know that you could do without hesitation. So if that's walking on incline, that could be your form of cardio. If that's getting on the elliptical, that could be your form of cardio. If you want to get into the Stairmaster, maybe do 5 minutes on the Stairmaster and do the rest of your 15 minutes on the elliptical. Switch it up. You can jump rope. You can do some circuits. You can do whatever you need to do to make sure that you're getting in that cardio. Because if your nutrition is in check, you drinking your water, you strength training 4 to 5 times a week, and you doing your cardio, literally, y'all, if you stay consistent, it's no way that you will not see results. Y'all, by week 2, my waist was already going down. I said, hold on now, y'all. Your girl getting fine. We in trouble. I started seeing and feeling the results immediately because I was checking all my boxes. Y'all, I like to be very transparent. For the longest, like between the last, so maybe 1 or 2 years, I've been consistent with my workouts, but my nutrition has been, it has not been the best. So by me getting on that 6-week challenge from my nutrition being all the way off, I knew I wasn't going to just transform within 6 weeks, but I knew that 6 weeks would be a jump start to me getting back on track with making sure that I'm holding myself accountable when it comes to the nutrition. Pick any form of cardio that is reasonable and doable for you and get it done. If you want to enhance your results and put yourself more in a deficit, all you have to do is add in that cardio. Add in 20 to 30 minutes, maybe 3 to 4 times a week. If you want intense results, that means you have to put in intense work. So for that last 20 days, y'all, I was on that Stairmaster every single day. No days off. And when I say the weight was dropping, like I literally saw it day by day. The weight was dropping. I was like, oh, baby, I'm getting snatched up. You're getting fine. But, y'all, that is the key. Making sure that you get that cardio in and making sure that you're going hard in the gym. And last but not least, and I know y'all probably can guess it, stay consistent. Within that 6 week, y'all, it was probably maybe like 3 or 4 days where I probably ate a little bit over, or like some weekends I didn't eat enough because I didn't have an appetite, and I was like, okay, maybe if I could fix that. I wasn't too hard on myself because I already know that I was checking most of my boxes, but I just sat back and realized, like, okay, what happened this weekend as to why you couldn't get in all your food? Because like some weekends, y'all, I was in the gym, and then once I got from the gym, I didn't have no appetite, so I literally probably ate only one time, and that really wasn't good, you know, because undereating can be just as bad as overeating, because that's not what we want. Like when you drop in body fat, you want to maintain as much muscle as possible, and you want to build muscle as much as possible, so that means you have to eat. The key to getting results is not eating as little as possible. It's eating enough to reach your goals. I could have probably put my calories at about 1900 and still saw the same amount of results because I would have just been consistent as that. If you're working out 5 times a week, doing cardio 7 days a week, you will be surprised at how much you could eat and still hit your goals. Of course, making your food a little bit lower would just enhance the results, but lower meaning like maybe 100 calories less than what you already eating, not significantly dropping it 500, 600 calories just off the strength of just trying to get some results fast. I don't recommend it. It's not safe. eat for your goals. Like, food is your fuel. Don't think of it as a negative thing when it comes to losing weight, because I feel like a lot of people, when they think about losing weight, they're like, I need to eat as little as possible. And y'all, the goal is for long-term weight loss is to eat as much as you can while still seeing results. And so that's why I only put my calories to 1,700 versus like 1,500 or 1,400. Like, I could have put my calories at 1,300 and probably lost like 20 pounds within those 6 weeks. But I kept in mind of how I wanted to continue on past the 6 weeks. Me dropping my calories down to like 1,200, 1,300, and then after the 6 weeks, going back to maybe eating 1,800, 1,900, my body would have been pulling two different, like, it would have took a long time for my body to restabilize. And like right now, I just raised my calories up maybe 200 more calories after the challenge, just so that I could kind of go into a little recap, like a little regroup, because it's the holidays. Your girl been out, hanging out, and I've still been maintaining my weight loss. I probably fluctuated up maybe 3 pounds, but I've still been in that range of the results that I had within the 6 weeks, which is what we want. Versus if I would have dropped it down to like 1,300, my weight probably would have shot back up immediately, because my body had been in such a low calorie range for that period of time, and that's not what we want. We want long-term results. So I hope this video was helpful. I tried to keep it as short and cute as possible. I hope this video was helpful. And like I said, y'all, I'm going to be leaving my training link down below. I have openings for online training, 4 to 12 week options, where you will receive a nutrition guide, a customized workout guide, and weekly check-ins to hold you accountable. So if you're serious about taking your weight loss journey to the next level, baby, sign up for Mind Right Body Life online training. And y'all, I train in person in Houston, Texas. So if you're looking for a workout group with like-minded individuals, great vibes, great community, come join me. Come join me in Houston, Texas for training. I'm taking in-person training, y'all. I train Monday through Thursday. I have 2 times available, early in the morning and evening time, and we train month to month to month. So if you're looking for a workout group to hold you accountable, come train with your girl. But if not, if you're not located in Houston, come train with me online, because y'all, we trying to get right and get tight. We on a mission, and I am here to help you get there. So I hope this video was helpful once again, and with that being said, y'all already know the drill. Come back and message your girl. Peace out.